I just had a mad thought. I was like, when you're in the ascendancy, when you're doing well, whenever you've got like a superpower or like something in the back pocket, something special that always helps you out, you think that you're super reliant on that and you need it to do well. But sometimes when you remove that thing, you can actually do better and get a better outcome. I was just thinking about it, even from a football sense with Liverpool, when they won the Champions League, obviously they lost 3-0 to Barcelona. Then I remember when they went to Anfield, Mane wasn't playing, Salah wasn't playing. So on paper, it's like, that's an impossible task. Like, you're not going to beat Barcelona 4-0 with them. So without them, you're not going to do that. But they still managed to beat them 4-0. So the players that were on the pitch and even the manager, Klopp, managed to rise because they didn't have the tools that they normally rely on. Even I was listening to YG. I used to listen to YG a lot, right? My Crazy Life, classic album, 2014. I think that it was a good antithesis to Good Kid, Mad City, like seeing from a street perspective, like how a gangster like goes throughout his day or whatever. Great album. Mustard was heavily on that album. Second album now, YG and Mustard fall out. So everyone's thinking, oh, okay, cool, he's not gonna, even though the first album was classic, the second album's gonna be a dud. He comes out with the second album, Still Brazy, and the album for me, even though numbers wise it wasn't as good as the first one, it didn't do as well as the first one, that second album is better than the first album possibly. Like, that second YG album is insane. Came out 2016. And he had no Mustard as well. He had to be smarter. He had to come up with different concepts. So this album was even more conceptual and more a narrative than the first album. So it kind of made me think like, well, when you remove the key piece to something, it brings something out of you that you might not have known you had, and then you can actually do better. So if you're relying on something, try remove them, and it really puts you to the test. It puts the pressure on, and you can actually have a better outcome.